भगवान की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। जय हो, जय हो. Today being the Saturday, not much discussions, but still in this crisis, how one has to be. These things, what I have heard, what I have learnt from our elders, acharyas, and also from my parents and my in-laws, all the elders, really people, what they have taught us, how to be at the time of the crisis, how one has to be. This, we have already just now, we had 1000 names of Sri Mahavishnu, that is Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram. Most of you know this. The power of this prayer really works on us and makes us strong in our mind. And apart from that, just now our Simha did the Hanuman Chalisa in such a tone, really made me to speak something. Because Hanuma, when you keep in your, as a role model, you get everything. This is what, and let me say a few sentences about what is that. We are all doing the prayers and also many more things. And many people ask me, what is your aim? What is the aim of doing all these things? The aim of any religious ceremony or puja, or just now we did that recitation or chanting, what you call, is to strengthen the mind. To strengthen the mind, that is manas. In Sanskrit, we call that one manas, manaha. What is this mind? This is the king of all other 10 senses. This is the king of all other 10 senses. We all know that. Karmendriyam and pancha jnanendriyams and pancha karmendriyams. These. And with the right intellect, that is buddhi. Above all, that is the one. That's why we always call this one mind is the 11th indriyam, and buddhi being the topmost one, 12th one. That's why we always say Ekadasi and Dwadasi, very important for us. Ekadasi means 11th day, and Dwadasi is the 12th day. So when you think of these things, Ekadasi is the word we always observe fasting. And why do we have to observe fasting or all those things? This is for our mind, to strengthen our mind. Mind always runs here and there, hereafter, and the buddhi is the one. So we always to stop its running out our outer world. And the buddhi is the one intellect. Buddhi is the one intellect. So what they say, immediately after the Dvadasi Paranamu, we call. Not Dvadasi Parayanam. Parayanam is a different word. Parayanam means only prayer, chanting and all. Dvadasi Paranamu, we say. Dvadasi Paranam means you have to take immediately the prasadam, or you can say the normal word, food. You should give food to your intellect. That is also before the it should not be aparanam. It should be before the purvanam. That means around 11th, maximum 11:30, not after 12. Because we always say these things. Why? These are the for our intellect to work and our mind to control. Because once you are able to control the mind can control all the senses. That power mind has got. So this one. So now I say Vishnu Sahasranama we did. I always say this. It is the protecting shield. And especially in this particular crisis of corona virus, these are the protecting shield is necessary for each and everyone to come out of the fear in the mind. Here, to build a shield that protects our from panicking during the hard situations in life. Everyone goes through such situations of some point in life. Some situations are at the personal level and some of them are at global level like this. The current situation, the current crisis I can say. Coronavirus is the one. During all such times, some people become panic and others don't. This we observe. What is the difference? People who don't get panic have strong immune system. Have strong immune system. What is immune system? We always say. Is it something about the? Usually, when people say blood sugar level or something like that, those who are suffering from diabetic, they say immune system is slow. No, this is not that. But in that context, the immune system does not only mean strong pathogens within our bodies, it extends to a stronger manas. It extends to a stronger manas. That is the immune system what we are talking about. Driven by right intellect, but buddhi, sad buddhi we call. Right intellect means sad buddhi. This combination keeps such highly immune people ready to tackle crisis of physical, mental and intellectual or even spiritual levels too. They can easily handle these so beautifully. That is what Sri Pravachanam Goshti always focuses to make that your immune system and greater in level, and so that you can tackle any crisis. It can be physical level, maybe mental level, intellectual level, or even to the spiritual level. We can handle this one so beautifully. They will rise to a level of supporting others. Not only that they can protect themselves, that's not the, they can give the support to supporting others who have weaker immune system. These technical words, because these are in the particular context, it has its importance. Let us look at a quick anecdote, a story I just want to relate in this context. These are also actually what I heard from our Acharya and from our elders also. These are the so many stories, but at least let me now repeat one story. A man walked several kilometers on a hot summer day. Now summer is coming, but he was walking on a hot summer day, midsummer day, I can say. He got very tired, very much tired. He chose to lie down in the shade of a tree. As he was lying down, because he was very much tired, he just wants some shade. He told himself that he cannot even move an inch now. Not only that he cannot move his hand or he cannot move his leg to any extent. He was so tired, he has no energy at all. He lay down and looked up casually. What he did? He looked up casually. He noticed a wild bear on the branch. He noticed a wild bear on the branch. What he has to do? He immediately jumped up, and started to run away so fast that he somehow managed to escape from its sight. It is his wish to protect himself from the danger that pushed him beyond the limits. This is the person who was tired and he could not even 1 inch he could move, and he has no energy at all. Where he got this one? This is an example. The person tackled his physical weakness because his manas had a strong desire to fight and stay alive. This manas, the physical strength is different. He has no strength in the body at all. That the body is totally, I can say, flat. Sometimes we always say, I'm totally flat now, we used to say. So, when he has no energy at all, from where he got, but this example shows you he tackled his physical weakness because his manas had a strong desire to fight and stay alive. When manas has an ability to convert fears into fights. This is very important for all of us. This is what Hanuma did. In Sundarakanda we all say, when he was crossing the ocean, when he saw the Simhika was ready to gulp. And when that time he used his Bhujabalam. And when Surasa actually wanted to grasp, then he used his Buddhi Balam. So Bhujabalam and Buddhi Balam, these two things, that means the intellectual strength and the physical strength. Both the things are really. In that case, even if you don't have any physical strength, this is what I have learned from my professor from Calcutta, who was my guide for my postdoctoral research associateship. For that UGC has chosen me all over the India, that they were telling in the interview, you are the only one selected in the whole, they saying, those who applied. That my professor was so proud of me, he was telling me, I am really so proud of you. I said, but I have learnt a lot from him. His name is Dr. Professor Jagannath Chakravarti. He was very weak person. Even if you say, you can blow him up immediately by just a slight push. If you give him, then that's all. He has no strength in his physical body at all. The way he walks also, sometimes trembling, and the way. He was in the Asiatic Society in Calcutta, Royal Asiatic Society, established by Sir William Jones, where I was a awardee of Sir William Jones Fellowship too. In the Asiatic Society I joined. And I met this professor, Jagannath Chakravarti. Then he encouraged me to do this postdoc. I was already got the doctorate by the time. And so he asked me to continue these studies if you have interest. That my Pathasarthi Garu all the time used to encourage me. This what I have learned from him. He was physically very weak. Everyone was almost making a fun at him. Because of his appearance. We always say Bakkanarappa. In Telugu we always say, he has no strength at all. Even my slightest push also. But the strong mental ability he got, I was shocked. He was standing against so many things, and so much he could stand and he could fight with many things. All the fears should be turned into fight. This was the word I have learned from my professor. When you have any fear, don't allow the fear in your mind. Fight it immediately and throw it out. Tell it, send it out. Don't keep the fear. The fear is the root cause of all diseases, all the things. So this coronavirus disease is the one has to no fear. Don't allow to enter any fear in your mind. Please take it and fight it and send it out. Then it will not have any place. It will go. That's all. These are the things one has to learn. And how can you do that? It's not that easy. One has to have the regular practice of following certain good habits, and also the food habits, good habits with food habits also. We always say that good habits is the seed value and food habits are we always say, feed value. So the feed value and the seed value, when you give these values, really your mind will be more stronger than your body. Physically, we always say, especially in US, we always see everyone wanted to maintain the six-pack. The six-pack body, they don't want to any belly to come out or anything this time. But what about the mind? Do anyone think about this? That is the one Bhagavad Gita teaches us. Bhagavad Gita teaches us the six-pack. That is Sthita Prajnata. Sthita Prajna is the one steadfast thinking. That is the Bhagavad Gita, the Krishna Bhagavan tells to Arjuna. Arjuna, you are really... That's why Klaibyamma Smagamappardha Naitattai Upavajyate Kshudram Hrudaya Daurbalyam Tyakva Uttishta. Leave it. That the weakness in the mind is the one, the cause of fear. Because The fear makes everything for the weakness. That's why immediately Arjuna asked them, Sishchesteham sadhimam tvam prapannam. Oh Krishna, please teach me how to come out of this, how I will be able to come out of these things. The crisis, the situation, you should be able to come out of it. This is the situation. This is what I always tell to Sri Pravachanam Goshti, the Srinivasa Ramanuja International Pravachanam Goshti. Now we have an extended, I can say the devotees, you can say, or you can say the followers, you can say. These are all just, we have only started recently. We did not have any so many 100,000 years, no. We just, but it is the Bhagavad Ramanujacharya's Ramanujarya Divyagnya Vardhatam Abhivardhatam. With this strong belief, we have started. Almost, recently we started, and it became almost 70,000 followers listening this one and following these things, and they appreciate and they're responding. So that's why I felt it, okay, let me choose the international language itself, that is English. Instead of telling in Telugu, many of the pravachanams I do in Telugu, let me good things at least which will be useful for each and every person, every human being who suffer who can corner in this world. It is not only that one country or one place, or no, it is for the entire world is actually suffering with all the 150 countries. And it is so now we have to take something in this way. So mainly New York and New Jersey. As when you see the news, the New York and New Jersey is more effective, these things. And the list of the people who suffer, and they give all the time data. Every time I see, these are the data is, those people, these many people are affected. These are people this is the total population, and these are people affected, and these are which has those who lost their lives. These are the things when we see, is it not shocking your mind? Yes. I really, when I need not open my door also, the news comes in the TV, and also we have always everything in the mobile in hand. So messages keep on coming. 3 days, just 3 days. 3 days before he was a doctor. And not only he was a doctor, he was a teacher too, in the teaching profession. And 3 days he was giving all the instructions to all the people for the care and everything. He suffered with this particular, and 3 days, after 3 days he is no more. This shocking information really made me, okay, let me say, because later they found, because of the mental weakness. They are very strong, they know many things, but the anushtanam is very important. Knowledge is very great. One should have the knowledge, but at the same time, one should have the practice also. That is the jnanam and anushtanam. When your anushtanam is not in proper way, then naturally certain things can happen. And apart from all, above all, we can say destiny. That is a different thing. Now I am not talking about the destiny and all the things. Do your duty, that Vivekananda always say, as long as it is in your hand, do that. Then depend. So we always say that the Daiva Bhakti, Daiva Shakti, we always say, when Manava Prayatnam should be there. When Manava Prayatnam is the one which is essential, then Daiva Bhakti, Daiva Shakti definitely will help you. So, when Manas has an ability to convert fears into fights, only this line I want to emphasize and tell you. When Manas means mind, has an ability to convert. How can one can get this ability? Just by, if you don't have by nature, some people have by birth. Some people have by discipline. Some people have, sometimes we always say, Purvajanma Sukrutam we always say, or even the practice now, the mantra, Ucharana and all the things. If you don't have anything, and just listen the elders' words, that's all. Listen Acharya's words, listen to your elders' words and practice, and see about the TV and Prabhutvam, the government, what are the directions it says. Follow them strictly. But if any one of them, if you have, they make your mind strong. Make your mind strong. That is the ultimate thing. Is you have to make your mind strong. Then you can convert all the fears into fights, inabilities into opportunities, weaknesses into strength. Shouldn't we be making the best use of it? That is why it is important to pose these are the things. How do we strengthen our manas? Actually, many people think the spiritual things, spiritual and regular life is a really like a watertight compartment. Some people think in that way. I say no. Because the spiritual thing and the regular daily life, the spiritual life really reflects on your daily life. If you have some regular good habits like sattvic aharam, and then yukta ahara viharasya, yukta karmasya chetasu, yukta swapna babodasya. These are the words Krishna says. Follow Bhagavad Gita at least. It is very easy for everyone, and it is in almost all the world languages got translated. And it is available in English and other languages too. At least look into that one and take something. In the 17th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, in the Saptadasha Adhyayam, Krishna happily says about the food habits and also how to improve your good habits too. So these are not only the food habits, it is also your ahara vyavaharam, how to talk and how to make. Because when you utter a bad word towards others, we think, oh, I am relieved. I did bad work. I did bad word and I scolded them. I am happy now. No, you are the one who suffer more than the word suffers others. The word may really hurt. You are hurting them with your bad word, but you are. That's why in normal way they say, if you show your index finger towards others with their bad habits or bad things, 3 more fingers are towards you. 3 more fingers. If you look into that, how the hand works, this is the nature. This is the correct one. So when you want to point out somebody's mistakes, then the triple it works on you and you are spoiled with those things. So that's why they always say, one son was telling, actually, one son has a very bad habit of scolding everyone, using bad words, I can say not bad, even worse words, and behaving so awful behavior, very bad behavior. The father wanted to put him in the right behavior, he was trying. He's growing, but not growing in his good habits, not growing with good habits. So how to make him to understand? Then one day, he said, he gave some nails. He gave some nails and there was a fencing, wooden fencing. He said, okay, go to wooden fencing we have and just put these nails there. Then he said, what is this work? What for this one? Is there anything to fix? No, just put the nails, that's all. That is the wood, you can put these nails. So it is wood. So he was telling, it's easy for him. He was only just making the thing, nails he was making. He was, okay, some work he gave me, my father gave me, okay, let me listen now, let me practice. He started listening to him. He started listening to his father. Then he said, okay, now you put all the nails on the wooden plank. He said, yes, I did. I did immediately at the moment you said I did it. Then he said, pull them out. Take them all the nails. He said, Arre, what is the purpose of this? You asked me to put the nails and you asked me to take, yes, you take them out. You put the nails, you take them out. He said, okay. Then father said he wanted to, he took them all out. Then he said, nails are in you, nails came out, isn't it? Yes. So then he asked, have you noticed what is the thing? No, nothing. Go and notice what is the difference. between the previous and now. The wooden plank, what he did, there are all the holes where he put the nails. Even though he took out the nails, but the nails have come out, but the holes did not. The holes were all the time there. So father said, your bad words are like nails. It prick in there. Even though you wanted, oh, I have said sorry, I have taken out all those things, but still, it has its place. It has the hole. That can you make it anything? You cannot. So that's why one has to understand, even uttering the bad word also, that what Bhagavad Gita says in the 17th chapter. So this manas has an ability to convert fears into fights, what we said. These are the things always. When you do something bad, the fear immediately enters. When you do something bad word to others, or bad action towards that, or even bad thought about others in your mind, three things: manaha, vacha, karmana. Manaha means any bad thought, vacha, any bad word, and karmana, any bad deed. So word, mind and deed. These are the three things which are very bad. These word, mind, unless, that is why in Sanskrit we call trikarana suddhi. Suddhi means purity. You should be, just now we were telling, you should have, morning I was giving the Vishnu Sahasranama Parayana, we did, Samputita Vishnu Sahasranama Parayana, then we did the meaning for the 88th session. Today is the 88th month of the one we started for Tara Devi Gari's Smaraka Sabha, we did. So, at that, what we said, in that especially, we were telling, you do something good that reminds you always. Good deeds always give you good action. That one should have the pure thought. One should have the pure mind. Pavitramaina manassu, we used to call. Then Sulabaha, Suvritaha, these are the words we did 88th sloka. How can you expect others to be Sulabha, easily to be? Even Perumal, even the God himself, to come and bless you, possess that is what the people say, you should have that eligibility, you can say, arahata. So make your mind pure, make your word pure, and make your action pure. When all the things are, how can it be? There are many more things, even regular habits of the food habits, sattvika aharam, and also the regular time to maintain. So these the things Bhagavad Gita also tells us. So and then you can definitely convert all your fears into fights, inabilities into opportunities, weaknesses into strengths. So these are the how we can say these. Now coming to we always talk about body, and also the next one is mind. But above the body and mind, there is something else. What is that one? That is our soul. Sound mind and sound body, we always talk about that one. Then what about the soul? That we can say that Atma. So the Atma is another, in our Vedic scriptures, the body is temporary, and the one which is within us, that is Atma or the soul, is permanent one. Like our mind, if you look into that mind, your body really does not know anything of the previous life or previous birth or anything. You cannot. Progression or regression or these things. We went to New York, one seminar we went, one Mr. Hayos, I think, I forgot. He was telling, he always wants to tell what is in your previous birth. You can easily go back, because mind has that power. Mind knows all the records. Mind has all the records, but not the body. Body keep on changing every time you become. But the mind is all at that time, what you were in the previous birth, and even the the one which is still earlier to that, you can easily find out. That why we call that actually what was the previous birth and all the things. That's that some people have really, I too went to that conference and I did really. It was nothing but only think like progress and like the regression. We can think back. What you did yesterday, you remember? Some of the things we forget. What you ate yesterday, maybe. Some people even don't remember that too. Even in the same day also they don't remember. But we have to remember that. Once when you start remembering the things, go back to back, and then the memory increases. The memory increases when you keep thinking about those things. So like that is so that is about the body, mind. When we think, there is another thing is soul. The currently living in a body with a set of given abilities, our journey is not restricted to the lifetime in this body, and the growth implies a peaceful and joyful time in the current body, and during or after this, the soul leaves this body. And then we have to remember that one must follow, there are some principles. Those simple principles one must. How one has to understand that, though you can say in Sanskrit we call Purva Janma Smruti, you can say. But it is not the thing. Purva Janma Smruti. The Smruti itself is enough. Bhagavad Gita in the 15th chapter, Krishna says, even the forgetfulness and the memory, both are my own activities, he says. So here then we always says, but he also asks us to observe satvika aharam. That is, when you consume good food, satvika aharam, and which keeps us calm, composed, improves our ability to distinguish between right and wrong practices. One can distinguish between right and wrong practices and enable us to react aptly and make a positive impact whenever necessary. This is the power of the good food. That we call good food is the word for satvika aharam. And there are actually Krishna, Katva, Amla, Lavana, Tishna, Uttish, these are the words which say. Krishna says there are three types of, one is Satvika Aharam, the Rajasika Aharam, and the Tamasika Aharam. These are three. So when you read that 17th chapter, that we also discuss one day, the 17th chapter in detail, but today our focus is only to about the how we have to be able to turn our fears into fights. And also how one has to face this corona virus. That's why we call COVID-19. Actually, I was laughing when somebody said COVID. So I myself was a COVID this thing. I did go in the examination Hindi Prayaga University. When they conducted, it was the COVID, and then it is the then Visharada. Yeah, all these names have some different meaning. Now after that, Sahitya Ratna. I am a Ratnam. Somebody was telling, Stotra Ratnam, when he say, oh, Ratnam Ratnena Sanghatchati is the Sanskrit saying. So I used to laugh and say, I used to share with my friends, oh, I am Ratna. So that's why Stotra Ratnam became a regular part of my prayer. Stotra Ratnam, I daily do that Alvanda Stotram because it is Stotra Ratnam. I feel I am the Ratnam, Sahitya Ratnam. But the words in the nowadays, even if you say, there is a COVID or even the Visharada or even you can say Medhavi or even you can say Ratnam, Sahitya Ratna has some other different meanings now. I really have to. So this particular coronavirus which is really striking us so fast, so these good habits also will definitely make us. This we are now understanding. And association and submission of every deed, this is very important. This is about the immunity in the mind. That we are always immunity of the body we are talking. Then how a mind can also get the power. association and submission of every deed. That is also given in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 17. To the Supreme Power, you can say the Almighty, and also to the Sattvika Aharam consumed without offering to, even though I can say, oh, I am taking very good food, but still, once you have come to the level of that soul, or you can say the spiritual level, that without offering to Almighty, without offering to Krishna, you cannot. If you consume without offering to God, will not serve your purpose of that spiritual progress. We can say the spiritual progression you need. Then you have to offer to Perumal. Then only you should take. That is called prasadam. Prasadam is the word when you offer. See, most of you go to temples, isn't it? What you do? You take apples or you take oranges, you take so many different
names of fruits, isn't it? Those fruits have individual names. But once after offering, when they return, what is they call that one? They never say, take your apple, take your orange, no. They say, take prasadam. Have you noticed at this point? Take prasadam. The only word they say from the temples. Because whatsoever may be the name of the fruit, it immediately gets changed into, when the Perumal, the deity's beautiful blessings, looks fall on it. Actually, when we were in the Malibu, in Los Angeles, we used to, all Saturdays, we used to go to the Tirumanjanam thing. Along with us, one young girl, she is a college student, not only college student, she is a what you can say, a computer designer, and all the time she used to come to enjoy the this. So because she is young, she has so many inquisitiveness and many more questions. So when we went to Malibu, we were doing that, we were observing the Perumal's ablution, what we call that, Abhishekam. That Tirumanjanam in Tamil we can say that. Sanskrit also we call Tirumanjanam. So when they were doing, after that, immediately after that, they offer like so much prasadam, so many, almost big, with we call gangalams. Gangalams with big vessels, they took the prasadam, and then within 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes maybe. So immediately when they do that one, they close the curtain and then they offer to Perumal, and then 5 to 10 minutes maximum maybe, with the huge prasadam comes out along with that, and they carry that one and keep it outside. Then this girl has a doubt, because we always take some time to consume prasadam, because we eat, we take. Does the deity inside, does he take prasadam? Does he take the prasadam? So fast they could show and they could bring it. But how can you say that he has taken the prasadam? How can you say that? It's all the things. His very looks itself is the one. The very look falls on this thing. Immediately we always feel that we have to show him. That's enough. We have to show him with all our love. With all our heartfelt love we show him. Immediately he accepts it. Then, has he tasted it? She asked me. Has he tasted it? But how do you know that he has tasted and it is the same? Then he said, yes. How you know? See, he always say, with our tongue, tip of our tongue, when you put that one, that is the way he tastes with all the things. He already looked at it, he enjoyed that one we offered, and he blessed us. So that's why it became prasadam. So the same thing we always wanted to say this. Where is this everything happen? The temple when you go, the different names of the fruits change. Same thing, the water. When you offer the water to Perumal, to the deity, Immediately it turns back into what it become? Tirtham. What we never call, give me water. I'm feeling so thirsty, give me water. You never go to temple and you never ask. Even that sip of one sip or two sips or something, that may not be, can quench your thirst. But still, we take those, that is, we call that as the tirtham. What is the tirtham means? Tarayati iti tirtham. That means we have the faith when the Perumal's looks fall in that, and immediately it becomes pure, and it makes us pure. And all the agony what we have will be washed away. All the difficulties will go away. That's why we go to temple. Otherwise, why do we have to? Again, we become more and more difficulties when you have. You never go because you feel that the mind become more pure. Mind become very, even in your word, in your thoughts, in your bad habits also slowly get out of, find a place, and they immediately they leave you all the bad habits. Slowly, the visit of the temple, the chanting of the holy name, these are the things which have the effect. That is why this what we call the spiritual progress. So slowly you get that one. That's why you get the spiritual growth implies a peaceful and joyful time in the current body, and also even the one after that one also. So now we have come to the, so it immediately the moment you go to temple and your mind become calm, composed, and improves our ability to distinguish between right and wrong practices, and enables us to react aptly and make a positive impact wherever necessary. So these are all the one with our thoughts, good thoughts, and we strengthen the manas and improves the intellect. This in terms makes one highly immune. That's why when you go to a temple, your immune system of your mind, not the system of body I am talking, the immune system of your mind at all levels for any territory, for any type of attack. These are all Bhagavad Gita itself, the chapter 17. One day we do discuss these things. So association and submission of every deed to the Almighty, that's what we discussed already. Any prasadam which we have to offer. The energy produced through sattvic aharam, this is actually, we did not materialize into use for your overall benefit until it is associated with the one submitted to God. Okay, now coming to the solid food that we consume builds our manas, the kind of all, the king of all senses, the solid food what you take. The liquids what you take, so the solid food, that's what we call actually the solid food that we consume builds our manas. That is for the king of all the senses. The liquids, what that we consume, build our prana sekti, the strength of our life force. Why we used to say some what is that, neutrons and electrons, all those things. But I used to say we have one life-tron inside us. That builds a prana sekti, that is we call life-trons, the strength of our life force. The next one, the essence of substances dominated by tejas, such as oils and also ghee, ghritam, build our vak suddhi. Ghrutashir achalaschalaha, we say for the Sri Mahavishnu Vishnu Sahasranama. Ghrutashi, ghrutam means ghee. That is clarified butter. Here they call clarified butter. This Ghrutashi means that is the one which gives us, purify our speech. The purity in speech, that vak suddhi we get by that part. So any prayer or any ritual, such as the current, you can say, there are many more. When we go to temple, every time they have Pavitrodsavam or even some sort of ceremonies, we go. Even at home also, we used to go to, almost 1 year now, last year. We went to Houston for our Krishna Vedala. There, Asiti Sahasram, that means it's 80th birthday of Sriman Vedala Ranganatham. They did this Sudarsana Homam. When you do when you do, these are the words, when you do these things with Homam or Yajnam, these are the words should lead us to a state of abiding by these two principles. These are when you go for any Sudarsana Homam or any puja, patham, it leads us to the state of ability by these two principles. This must become the natural way of leading life for all. That is when any home or its residence will be truly shielded. And also this one, we always have this one, and never ever allow your fears in the mind and let them fight and let the fears turn into fight. So convert all fears. Today's the total lecture is, the total talk is about convert your fears in your mind into fights and inabilities into opportunities, weaknesses into strengths. This is the only message. And so we all have the good days. Wish you good luck. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramayah. Sarve bhadrani pasyantu. Ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha. Jai Sriman Narayana. See, again, tomorrow we come and meet with still more good day. Wish you good luck. Every day is a good day for all of us when your mind is strong. Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha. Now we conclude this session. It is almost 6:30 evening. And also today, we just for being the Saturday, being the Tirumala Srinivasa's favorite, we put off all the lights, only one for Ramanujas that we kept, and only the Jyoti is on, those who are there, and one need to understand this Jyoti has that power to make our mind more strong. So that's why to focus on that Jyoti, and so all the electrical bulbs we have put off, and we understand, let all of us have the strength in their minds. This is a great wish, and also it is a blessing to all of you. Sarve janaah sukhino bhavantu sarve. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. One more time. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramayah. Sarve bhadrani pasyantu. Ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.